welcome to the first ever Monday Night Toys. Before we get started with anything, I do want to give a special shout out to my friend Fabio, aka Fobster360. He was kind of the inspiration for this, and by that I mean I appreciate he does weekly season or he does seasons Fobster Live, dedicating time to one specific toy company, and I thought that'd be a cool thing to do. So why not do it for McFarlane Toys? However, with Monday Night Toys, what I'm going to be doing is doing a bi-weekly live stream talking about one specific toy company. This one, I thought, what better way to do McFarlane Toys to kick this off, because it's probably my main line I collect besides Marvel Legends. And then as the time goes by, maybe with the other ones like Super 7 or Hasbro, of course, and other lines as well. But I'm here ready to kick it off. I do want to say shout outs to Tim Smith. What's up, buddy? Let's go. And also Angela's Collectibles. You'll like this, Angela. So we're doing McFarlane Toys today, and we're not just going to talk about the modern stuff, which we will get to a little bit to the announcements. We're also going to talk about what we're looking forward to in the future, and also visiting retro stuff. And also, I made sure to get my swag on. So I have a vintage this Spawn shirt in the inspiration of the Batman logo. But we're ready to kick it off. And joining me today is a homie. You may know him. He's also from the Lonely Fans podcast. Let's welcome in a fun guy. What's up, dude?
Fun. What is
here
good?
For the fun. Let's go. All right. So
I am
first,
happy to be a part of this.
Okay. And as someone that's also bought McFarlane Toys recently as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you, Angela. Clay says badass sponsor. Yeah. This is vintage. This isn't something from Redbubble. This is an actual old school OG Spawn shirt. So let's go. All right. So first things first, I kind of want to get like the new announcements out of the way. So they recently announced the Dark Knights Trilogy Wave.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go ahead and go to McFarlane Toys Instagram page.
Ooh, okay. I love that Spawn and that setup you got there.
I'll get to that in a little bit. But recently they announced the Collect-to-Build Wave Bane, and they showed off first with the Nolan Batman, which I'm hyped for this one. It's nice to have Christian Bale Batman up in there, but this is crazy, man. McFarlane Toys has given us Ben Affleck Batman, Robert Pattinson Batman, and now a Christian Bale Batman, all within 3 years, dude. So
that's a huge deal.
Yeah. Here's hoping we get a Michael Keaton one soon.
I would love that.
Shout outs to also Aesthetic One. John is dope guy, dope photographer who did all the toy photography shots for this. So I'm hyped for this. And then they also announced Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. I think it looks pretty good. I do like the coin that he comes with right here, the flipping coin. And then we have Scarecrow. Now, I'm hyped for this. It looks good. The only thing I'm concerned about with this is, let's see if we can zoom in here. The texturing looks good on this plastic, dude, but my only concern is it just looks like it might be too heavy, like you won't be able to pose it much,
That's a good point.
But because I think it's resting on the fabric right here, but yeah, it still looks cool. Is that?
Yeah, there might be some posing issues in grade. Might be too top heavy. Okay.
But I think this was from his interpretation of Batman Begins, right?
It looks like it to me.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to the next one. And this is the one everyone typed for.
Of course. The Ledger?
Heath Ledger. Yep.
He's on the Ledger?
He's on the Ledger.
Corny. That's cool.
Come on, man.
Looks good. Oh, look, the hair. Okay. Hair looks good. Love the bow in the background.
This one looks good, too. I'm hoping he comes with alternative heads, but sometimes, that's a pipe dream now because they don't really offer alternative heads with their figures.
Oh.
Yeah. But still, hype for this, especially since it's only going to be $20.
That's a great price point.
Yeah. And then we have Brain.
You mean Brain?
Brain, yeah. Which this looks good. They also mentioned this will have 3 sets of hands, which is cool. But I'm hyped for this wave. So he's the Build-A-Figure.
Okay.
So you need all 4 figures, and then Bane's going to be the main guy, which should be fun.
All right.
Yeah. So overall, I'm excited for this wave. And then they also announced it's not something that I'm that into, but I don't know if you ever messed around with the Dragons line.
I did.
You did.
I bought. I can give you the time period of years, whatever it was between 2000, either 4 through 6 or 5 through 7. I bought series 1 and 2. But yeah, I'm probably one of the few people that bought those.
Oh
No
wow.
joke.
Were they articulated or were like this kind of like statuesque?
Kind of like statuesque. Some parts move, but most are just made to look dope.
Yeah.
I would not call them action figures. Call them poser figures.
Yeah. That's fair. And you can see shout outs to Rob D Toys, friend of the show, friend of mine. This was his photos, and there he is right there. And I agree with Toy Man right here. He says make them articulated and they'll sell like hotcakes. I do agree.
Yes, that's all they have to do.
Yeah. But they look
They could
nicely
be
detailed.
Yeah, they could be D&D stand-ins. Any other sword and sorcery or high fantasy game, you can use them. You can use them for dioramas. For any other figure, is man, make them posable. They will sell. That's all they have to do. That'd be my re-release. Hey, dragons are back, except they can move.
Articulation. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Articulation. Series 7 or whatever series.
There's also stuff. Statues. Speaking of statues. I don't mess around with too many statues, to be honest with you. But, you know, they got Harley Quinn.
I don't know where to put them if I did buy them.
Yeah, same here, man. And they also have the Joker, which is cool. I'm not really a fan of this rendition, though.
The whole stance or the hair? What's the
hair? I'm not feeling the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. Too bright. Too Cesar Romero.
Yeah. And I think they've announced other stuff as well, but they're kind of like old news. This is Dick Grayson's Robin that they are going to release, which looks just like Dick Grayson, you know.
Hey. Yeah, you're right. You even got the right shoes on.
Reuse of the Carrie Kelly from Dark Knight's Return body, which looks good. So that's all, most of the new stuff. But what I want to get into now is the OG stuff. So a lot of this live stream is going to be focused on like the history of the stuff that they come out with.
Yeah.
And just want to get to the chat real quick. Angela says this whole wave is damn incredible. My brothers cannot wait to have them. Yeah, he's talking about the Bane wave. I'm excited to have them too. Tim Smith said would kind of prefer Scarecrow in full suit and just the mask. Oh, like how he appeared in Dark Knight and Dark Knight Returns, or is it Dark Knight Rises? Sorry.
Yeah, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. Very dope statues. They're dope.
They do look good. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Tim said, Keaton Bats is coming. Oh, from the grapevine. You've heard that?
Okay.
I just hung up my vintage movie Spawn. Oh, okay. All right.
Michael Jai White movie Spawn?
It has to be. Speaking of Spawn, here is where we're going to get into the history of McFarlane Toys. Kind of appreciating the old stuff. Because if you guys saw my post earlier on Instagram or YouTube, I kind of want to highlight some of the OG stuff. Because, like, you know, a lot of times now toy live streams talk about modern products and stuff like that. I think it's cool to kind of revisit some of these companies' OG stuff. And it started with this guy right here. So I don't know if you had this back in the day, dude, but this was the
I did not. Friends did, though.
Yeah.
But that was the start of it. That cape, that's the best they could do at the time. It's still really good.
Yeah, compared to like, so I still have this here because I gotta go send this out to somebody. But like, if you compare that Spawn to like what Toy Biz was offering.
Yeah. Oh, like, yeah. Who is that? Morph?
Yeah.
Okay. I said
but like, look at the detail on Spawn and then look at it on like what Toy Biz was offering.
In America, at least, McFarlane Toys kicked off quality figures. One of the few companies that just boom put it in a whole different dimension.
And it's been like documented too. Like people will say, you know, he was like the one that really brought it to the limelight to add more details and like because back then they were like you saw with Morph, they were like standard bodies they just kept using over and over. Yeah. He wanted to put more detail and like uniqueness to each sculpt, which he still does today. Tim Smith said, just hung up my vintage movie Spawn on my wall. And he said, absolutely, Michael Jai White's the man.
Yep. I mean, no one else. He was doing superheroes, especially with a non-known franchise, stepped out as the lead role. That's a big deal.
Yeah. But CGI for that time wasn't bad either.
It wasn't. If you compare it, so give it a shot. Basically, I say everybody, even if you don't want to watch the whole thing, rewind through and just look at the CG parts and note when they started making the movie to release date and judge them on that based on the time period and the budget.
Yeah. Oh, welcome. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Zaire Parker said, I can't wait for March 3rd because my McFarlane Toys Nightfall Catwoman figure's coming. Oh, yeah.
So,
That's some of the newer products. Yeah, so they came out with Nightfall Catwoman and Mr. Freeze. But back
now that
to...
we're on Spawn, because you're about to get back to the good stuff,
Yeah.
I actually beat the SNES version of this game when next to no one played it or cared about Spawn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I actually beat it. 2D side scroller.
I didn't know there was a game back in the OG days for this thing.
Super Nintendo, my man.
Was it fun, like compared to what was out there now?
What
was out there back then?
It was too hard for most people. Like there were more fun licensed combo games to play, but I still stuck through it.
Okay.
Angelo I don't know if it aged well or not. I have to play it again and see if it aged well.
You should Twitch that.
I mean,
OG game.
That if I can find a way to play it, we could stream that. You're right.
Yeah. He said they may have lacked in articulation, but damn it, they're incredible in sculpt and paint. Yeah, I agree, man. Like, even I can tell, like in hindsight, like even with all we have today, like compared to back then, like that paint job on, especially, oopsies, zoom in here on the figure, like that's still pretty clean compared to what you'd see even now. I know this is like stupid, like hindsight or fanboy talking, but yeah, I mean, like
no, that's still good.
Then. And
when did that come out? 93.
94. That was when history started. So
yes, 94. Look at Hasbro back then. Look at almost everybody except Transformers.
Yeah, look at the engineering back then. Like the articulated wings, like they folded. Sculpting of the chains look pretty cool. I wonder if this is like product shot from OG or like this is like somebody took an old one right now and photographed the shit.
Oh, good point.
But this also came with a comic book too, which I thought was pretty cool.
Which not a lot of people were doing.
That's true.
Because remember, this is when X-Men TA was big, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this was December 1994, this released.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to go back to Spawn. Okay. And we're going to go, see, like this is, look at the timeline, bro. This is like 2002. Let's go all the way back. Because we're going to go back to the inaugural year, 1994, because there's other figures in that line as well.
Yes. Violator, right? There he is.
Yeah. Yo, there was that's the clown. There's Spawn Alley. Shit, there's stuff I didn't even know. Let's see what we got. We got, there it is.
Tremor, Violator, Overkill. Overkill. I said Overkill. Overkill.
No, you're right. It is Overkill.
Yep. I think officially it's Overkill. Redeemer. No, that's Medieval Spawn. My bad.
Medieval. This is the one people are like clamoring for a remake of.
Oh, he looked really good.
Yeah. Tim Smith said, looking at my vintage chapel, wondering how long until we get a modern version.
Oh, I don't know if they have the license anymore to do him. He's a Wildstorm character, I believe.
Is he really?
Yeah, I don't think McFarlane Toys has the rights anymore, just like Angela.
That's right. Yeah, the lawsuit.
Yep.
Yeah.
The whole reason Image started, like, Todd, what are you doing? What are you doing?
But still keeping on pace with the toys. This one was pretty neat. Medieval Spawn. I think this is like
Shield, man.
Was this like the first? I think this might have been the first like spin-off of Spawn, because after this we might have gotten Mandarin Spawn and then some other versions as well.
Was there ever, you'd know this better than me, was there ever a Dark Ages Spawn toy model?
There might have been. If anyone would know, I know Angela in the chat will let us know. Has there?
Yeah, anybody chime in, because if there is, I want to track it down, because I use them a lot. Once we get to that year of Dreamcast, I'll bring it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're going to take a couple more looks at other stuff during this year, because, damn, I didn't even realize they had a car. Yeah, Spawn's got a car.
I was rewatching. Whose car is that?
It's the 90s. Yeah, it says. So, like.
Oh, really? Like a roadster? Yeah. Okay.
I was rewatching the animated series earlier today. And
HBO?
So, yeah. And it's kind of hard to imagine him going in this car, though. But, I mean, for kids' toy, yeah, you get
it. To marketing, for like for merchandising, it was genius. For the story, no.
It's like souped up. Look at the tires have chains on them and shit. Like he's driving through the snow.
That kid's ghost. Yeah, it's like I don't know
Yeah.
what they were thinking. I'd have been like, let's put the work. Let's not give him a car. Let's give him other characters.
There
Like the
were
Crime Alley was a good idea, but it was an adult comic marketing to kids. They had to start somewhere.
if I can track this shit down, I might actually pick this up. Yeah.
Yeah, because most kids didn't read small. Yes, they did. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Oh yeah. Image was huge.
Image was huge by then, so everybody read it. But I mean, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, this is wild.
I mean, it says Spawn Alley on it.
Yeah, but I mean, the paint wash on some of these are pretty nice. Yeah, you got the
PG-13.
You got the sewage dwellers with Spawn logos on there, I think. But it's cool. All right, so let's fast forward. I'm not going to go through every toy from that year just because it's like we got a lot to go through. But I'll do one more from '94 just to really show how like. Let's look at the clown's cool, but I think I want to let's look at the Violator.
The Violator.
He just looks like a bendy. This thing looks like a bendy toy. Tim says Malefic Spawn is close to. Yeah, it is, but the only I don't know. I'm working on the top, Spawn figures in my collection, Tim, and it's like I want to get Malefic Spawn, but it looks like a custom made Spawn from like a creative player in Mortal Kombat. From the Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Jeff says Spawn Alley was a great playset. The wall. This is really the wall burst out. That's cool.
That's actually cool.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward to
past the Violator.
Yeah, let's go to the year the movie came out, and I think that was 1996. No way, really?
Was it 96? It was 96, 97.
If he's right, he wins a fillet of fish. I don't know. He's got some other lines. Yo, who is Super Patriot? We have Mickey Rourke in the flesh right here as the freak. Yeah, I think actually, hold on. I think you're right. Is that? No, that's Battle Cloud. I think Spawn movie came out 98.
98? Okay.
Damn, yo. Like,
seeing some of these. It was before Blade 1, or was it after Blade 1?
Angela
might have been after Blade 1.
Oh, okay, look at that. He says
there are. Yes, there's my brothers for the Dark Ages Spawn figure. I gotta see that. I gotta see that. He has that large sword.
Why did you say this, Jeff? Oof, that was a Dark Age for Spawn toys. Why is that? All right, cool.
The 90 what? Not what year?
What year did you say the movie came out?
I'm gonna put my money on. I'm about to lose my money. I bet on.
I'm doing 99.
What I say, 97 or 98?
You said 98, I think.
6? I said 6?
No, you said 98.
Okay. I thought I said 96.
Oh,
maybe 96 is too early. I think it was 98. 97, 98.
Oh, look at this. Let's look at the Mandarin Spawn. This was a repaint, apparently. But.
Oh. That's the one I own, except not the same color.
Yeah, this is the blue variant one. So you have both modern versions of them, which are cool.
Yeah. All three. I got the blue series, the Mandarin Deluxe, and then the redo red.
He said the movie figures sucked. Like, come on, Jeff. He said August 1st. No way. 97? All right, let's see this. So, did you see that in theaters, or did you?
Oh, I saw it in theaters.
You did?
Yeah. I kept quoting it too. Use your armor. Like I was quoting that movie longer than most people know.
Oh shit! Here we go. Okay.
Spaz.
So, John, Jeff, I'm curious why you said this movie figures suck. Is that supposed to be Al Simmons? Yeah, it is. Yo.
Yeah, it is.
Look, I get they didn't have photo real tech, and like
they did not.
But
not bad.
It's not bad for its time.
I mean, if you have to think about what tech they had at the time.
Yeah.
Right. That's not. I've seen worse recently.
And considering the movie figures that came out at the time, I'm trying to think if there really weren't any because
X-Men didn't come out yet. Blade didn't really have any. Blade wasn't out yet. Blade came out.
Blade had some, but it wasn't to this level of sculpting because I had one of those I bought on eBay a few years ago. Said I saw it in theaters too. I was starting freshman year. I think, damn.
Nice.
And were you disappointed when you saw the movie, Jeff? He said, all right, let me rephrase that. They weren't great. Okay.
We agree, Jeff. We agree. Great, no. But some of the best that American toys were producing at the time, they saw properties.
Details like findies, like look at the sculpted grenades on his legs and the gun of the holster there.
What came out back then? Didn't T2 come out? Or did T2 come out in 96?
T2 came out way before that, I think, dude.
94, 94, 95. Maybe T2 was 94, 95.
I think our timeline's all effed up, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, what year was T2? It wasn't 93. It was 94, 95.
So, god damn, damn grave. Okay. Now, the thing about this movie I remember is John Leguizamo being the clown.
Yep. That was fun. That was fun.
For its time, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that looks pretty good.
That does not look bad. Even now. Even compared to now, it's not bad. It's pretty good at some parts.
They like made them for the normal consumer and they drifted from the normal formula. How so? Oh, that's what he said earlier. Okay. Yeah, that's the one with the ammo belts. That's one. Cool. So Tim's got that. Wait, Tim, do you have the whole set on your wall?
Yeah.
Not enough naked women. So at the time I was, but later I hated how short it was.
Mm-hmm.
How Angelina was like hinted at. Oh, we're talking about Angela. She was hinted at and other stuff, but no explanation. You just tit off. Okay. I'm not surprised, Angela. He said he loved the movie. I can't wait for the new one. If the new one releases, I hope it does release, but we'll see. So yeah, the movie figures were cool.
Mm-hmm.
I never collected them, but I remember seeing them at KB Toys at the time.
KB mother effing toys.
All right, so we're gonna fast forward to year 2000.
And in the year 2000. Yeah, instead of year 2000.
And we're gonna look at the Spawn Series 17. And geez, this is the territory where it was like, I saw these figures and I didn't really like them just because they weren't fully articulated. This is where they were getting that statuesque figures. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
But I appreciate it for what they were, but like these weren't for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you wanted something just to sit on the shelf, holding up a comic or something, or in glass, perfect.
Yeah. There was one year though, and I'm trying to remember, where they actually came out with a fully articulated Spawn, and it was going for mad bread up until I think the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn came out.
Which you got a copy of, right?
Yep, I got two. I remember when that shit came out.
There you go. There you go.
I might be wrong. But let me go to the chat real quick.
The MK11 Spawn is hard to get.
I think it's just Spawn, huh?
MK11 Spawn's hard to get, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could buy like reissued versions that have different weapons.
Yes. Angelo. Spawn, the animated series, I still appreciate it. I think I bought it on DVD at one point.
Did you really?
Yeah, man. I was showing people. So you haven't seen this? Check it.
So I had watched it like right before it switched to HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's like I said, rewatching it again, it really is a masterpiece.
What's it, 3 seasons?
Yeah, and it sucks because by the 3rd season, it was like starting to get real good, and then it was just done, which sucked.
I guess budget cut, but it built a universe. It built a Spawn people should get used to knowing. More horror themed than superhero.
True. I think that was the introduction of Angela in the 3rd season, which was cool. But
I'd like to see that again.
What?
I'd like to see a new Spawn series. But I don't know what angle it should take. Should it go high action? Should it go high story? Because it was influenced by a Batman animated series, I was told.
Just
or
oh, my bad. Go ahead.
You got it. I'll read it. For the movie figs, it just felt like they were dumbing the figures down articulation wise so they could mix and match with other stuff. Okay. That's what Jeff had said.
Now, what would you rather have though? Like better sculpting work, or then like less sculpting work, and then better articulation, or like it's? I feel like that's just kind of like his in between. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And he said, just didn't feel like a cohesive line. Huh? That's fair.
It is fair. That's very fair.
He said it took hunting in a city almost 2 hours away for me to find that original Mortal Kombat. Dude, so when that Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn came out, I think I've said this before in one of my videos. So here's the thing, fun guy.
Mm-hmm.
When Mortal Kombat, it was 2020, is literally like right before the pandemic started, in the US at least.
Yeah.
And Walmart or McFarlane Toys had released a list. They're like, here is the stores that will have them in shop. It was like 3 pages full. One of them was the one around here.
Mm.
And the day it went live online and the day it was supposed to be in stores, they weren't there at all.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a big blunder. And they're like, hey guys, it'll be up again. And it never came out and it sucked.
Oh, man.
But it did in the stores. And my friend was lucky enough to find 2 of them. And your boy snagged both of them.
So it never came online, but you had to go to physical stores to get it.
Yeah. And just to share which it is, using Toy News I link, shout out to JC Toys. But this is what the fully articulated one was prior to that Mortal Kombat 11 one. So this was pretty cool.
So is it better to get this one now or no?
No. I mean, so...
It depends on what kind of collector you are.
Yeah. Purists out there will say this is more of the comic version.
Okay. Makes sense.
But I'm still of the thought that the Mortal Kombat, like look at, it just looks wonky proportions, it looks dated. So when you compare it to like, here, let's go and take this one out. When you compare it to what this is from the Mortal Kombat 11 game,
yeah,
I'm of the thought that this one looks way better. I know, even though this isn't his classic look.
That's okay.
And if you want his classic look, you can get the Shadow of Spawn skin from Mortal Kombat 11, which looks more like the classic look to me.
It does.
People hate this boot. I don't know why, man. People hate this boot right there.
They forgot that boot was also in, I think, Spawn's first crossover appearance
with Batman.
Soul Calibur.
Oh shit, he was in Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur Xbox.
Yep. Okay.
He had that same big boot, whether you like it or not. It's just there. That more massive than that. They can YouTube that.
Yeah. He says less TMNT. He's like, more I like Spawn figures would have been nice. Okay. You're talking about less. Okay, gotcha. Yo, shout outs to the homie Fobster. Thank you again for the plug ski. And Fobster, I'm keeping it on brand like you are. I got the Spawn shirt, and we're looking to the sides, baby.
I did that.
Okay, so next one we're going to talk about, dude, in terms of histories of Spawn. So we looked at all the Spawn stuff. There's another thing. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, fun guy, but they did a line called the movie Maniacs. And I'm sure when I show you, you'll be like, oh, I saw this at Tower Records or something like that.
All the slashers, all the horror movie people?
Yeah, okay, yeah, so this is it. So
I'm familiar. Yep.
What I like about this line, or what I like about the current line now, is I feel like NECA kind of filled that void that was missing when McFarlane stopped doing these. For their time, like, Jesus Christ, dude, look at freaking Freddy.
Wait, who's on the far left? We got Texas Chainsaw, Freddy and Jason, and Jeepers Creepers or Pumpkinhead. Who was that?
My bad, I'll go back to that.
That's okay.
But for 1998, like,
that's really good. Come on, yeah, that's really good. 98.
Yeah.
When Hasbro still hadn't got their ish together.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Jeff says Movie Maniacs are. Jeff, did you have any Movie Maniacs back then? Okay. So let's go back to 98. And you said, who's this guy on the far left? Let's see who it is. It can't be Jeepers Creepers. I don't think that came out yet.
Yeah.
It's Patrick.
From what? Wait.
Let's see. God damn, looks awful.
What?
Genre movie. Eve's monstrous alien counterpart from the theatrical. Oh, Species 2. Holy crap.
Oh, I didn't even watch. Well, I think I watched a part of that. Seen Species 1 2 or 3 times. Species 2, I think I ignored it.
Bro,
I guess McFarlane didn't ignore it. So hey, any Species 2 fans out there, you got to figure something.
I had a lot, and my mother sold them all.
That's ironic,
That's
man.
terrible, dude. They're the
Jeff,
devil.
that's did she sell them because they're not Christian toys? If she's Christian of some denomination?
The devil maniacs. Species 2 had a good ratio of. Oh my god.
That makes sense. They try to do the whole slasher sale, slash blue sale, slash blue sale.
All right. Now here's the thing I apologize on because McFarlane site's kind of like every time I go back, I have to scroll back to the year. But there were a couple other ones that were featured that year. But you saw the main ones. We saw Freddy. We saw Jason was there.
Texas
Species
Chainsaw
2.
Massacre.
Yeah, Texas
Leatherface.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Chick from Species 1.
Oh, shit.
If I'm right. That's her form from Species 1.
You are Species 2.
Oh, whoops.
But I guess she was from the first one, too.
Oh, yeah. Same main character.
See, a lot of these look cool to me. I'm sure for that time in 98, too. Like, because these were posable, I would have loved them. Obviously, armchair quarterbacking by today's standards, I probably wouldn't buy them just because they can't really pose well. But
armchair quarterback.
Yeah.
Armchair general.
She sold them because she found pot in my room. At the time, it was under my primary income. Oh, he said it was my primary.
She sold them because she found pot in my room.
Yeah.
I mean, she's hating on the game. You're chasing the bag. It's like, Mom. Everybody does this. Everybody does this anyway. I'm and then you look at this.
Angela says, "Man, I love Movie Maniacs, my brothers, and NECA's cult classic figures." Yeah, I kind of feel like NECA kind of filled that void that was missing when they stopped doing Movie Maniacs.
I'm still on his mom for selling the figures. Did she give you the money for him at least? So here, sell your figures instead. Here's the money.
Yeah, I hope she did, man.
Was it punishment? That's not fair.
No, Species 1 lady looked different. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I sold drugs. Shrugs.
I mean, who cares? I mean, there's so much worse things you could have been doing. In my opinion. Come on.
I will get on this in a second, though. Angela says Todd is sort of. Yeah, I was at the event at New York Comic Con, and I'm excited for what they're going to bring. They're bringing this line back, but I'm curious to see. They are. Yeah, I'm just curious to see if they're going to bring back the horror aspect because, like I said, NECA has more than filled that void.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're gonna.
I want
a Shaft. It's like a Shaft figure, huh?
Wait, really? I want McFarlane Studios to team up with NetherRealm and just do a horror fighting game. Just give it to me.
Well, he does. So the company does do video game properties. They've done Fortnite. They've done Mortal Kombat 11. They've done Mortal Kombat. The other, there's a bunch of stuff like that.
Or NECA teams up with NetherRealm Studios and gives me a horror fighting game.
Yeah.
Horror figures. It'll do that.
At the time, it beats flipping. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. What if she was hating on the bag? You're chasing the bag.
You were being your own boss, Jeff, and you were able to buy figures for it. So you can't
entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
You weren't asking her for money. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, it was just pot too, right?
Yeah.
No, she didn't give. Oh, she didn't give any money. She sold the damn thing for $1 a piece. Oh man,
$1 a piece,
bro. That sucks,
bruh. Just put that in a Mother's Day card. You sold my figure. Don't do that.
Yeah. Put in $22. Oh,
put in $22.
Welcome. He says, yeah, put a Movie Maniacs figure in the box. Dan Yoon and Ryan Tang posted Honey, I Shrunk the Kids on Twitter, hinting at Hasbro revealing Quantumania figures tomorrow for pre-order. Yeah, I heard about that, and I'm excited. I'm definitely going to pick up a Kang figure.
Ooh, Kang time.
Yeah. The only Movie Maniac figure I ever wanted, I could never find, the Snake Plissken. Who's that?
Snake Plissken from Escape from New York and Escape from LA.
He said, I found that news. Oh, cool.
Kurt Russell.
More than that, 25 cents. Oh.
What?
Local indoor flea market had that Shaft figure in case. Really? Yo, I picked this up to use as a Nick Fury at this point, man.
Smart.
Look at this thing.
Smart. Why not? Yeah. Shaft. You want to talk about that, Fury?
You know what I'm talking about, right? Shaft. Keep your mother.
Oh. Shaft. You want to talk about Shaft?
So you saw the line ended essentially in 2007, but I want to go back to 2000 because I saw a couple other ones that looked pretty good at the time. Yo, that is wild. The thing.
Snake Plissken. There he is.
And then we got King Kong. Yeah, so they were literally doing stuff that NECA took over years later. So NECA's doing it a little bit. For these, like I said, for the time, these were nice.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? Holy shit.
I can't see it.
Oh, here, let me see if I go. We're going to zoom in and just careful, man. It's going to look really gross here.
Okay. This is from.
Wow.
Don't know if I've seen it.
Angelo says, but man, getting the Movie Maniacs figures and Cult Classic figures are damn near hard to get for a good price. Yeah, these things are. Said word, Angelo. Those things resell for a lot. So I don't mess with this stuff, man, because this shit's creepy. But like, you can see like the intricate sculpting on. Like, look at this thing, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of what movie it's from.
Oh, you don't know? Okay, so this one was from John Carpenter's 1982 remake, The Thing. It's the 1951 sci-fi horror classic, The Thing.
Okay.
And I think NECA did this also. Now, the last movie Maniacs they did was RoboCop.
I'm RoboCop.
And I'm pretty sure I had this one because I was at Toys R Us when I snagged this. So basically, it's just a framed decal of the VHS box, dude.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
I was waiting for suspense was building. I'm like, okay, where's the figure at?
And you can kind of see, like, yeah, that was when the line was over by then. But we're going to go to 2006 to see what they were doing before that. But did you have any Movie Maniacs? I know they also had, like, offshoot ones, like Austin Powers. Like, I'd love to see them redo Austin Powers.
I do remember that. I did not. But I saw them coming out and appreciated the effort. But I was like, oh, it's not my thing. I'm place collecting.
They also did Shrek and stuff like that. So we have Jaws. Okay, so it looks like towards the end, it was just these 3D stuff, dude, they were doing.
Maybe it cost us money or something. Wait, that's a figure.
That's a 12-inch battle damage RoboCop. Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
Okay, here we go. So we got Old Monty.
Old Monty.
We have Sheriff Hoyt. We have Leatherface, a 12-inch version. And then, oh, snap. Look at that RoboCop. So this is a fully articulated RoboCop in the 7-inch line. I picked up this, and I picked up the NECA one, too. And NECA was better.
NECA was better?
Yeah. All right. So Movie Maniacs was a cool thing. I'm glad they're bringing it back. And just to give you a hint at what they're bringing back for Movie Maniacs, we're going to use Toy Arc. Should have had that ready. My bad. Let's go.
I was like, yeah.
I was at the panel, so some of them they were announcing were cool. I wish they would do Shrek. I wish they would do Austin Powers again.
Ooh, yeah, Austin Powers did look good.
They even had Fat Bastard from that thing, dude.
Weighs 1 metric ton. His name. Okay,
so what were you saying?
No, I just got.
You trying to quote the damn movie?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Damn, Jeff was getting on me earlier because I didn't know those things from the thing. Like,
I should have.
Come on, fun guy, get some goddamn culture. You need to watch the classic John Carpenter flicks.
It's been so long, so I need to watch both of those immediately. You're right, man.
Send you a pic on this. Okay, that's cool.
You're 100% right. I was like, I recognize this. Why don't I recognize this? But I recognize this. Oh, I've shamed myself. Don't worry about it. I'm live too. No hiding. I go. I don't remember this. What's going on?
The shame.
I'm okay with not remembering the Species 2. Have I seen Species 2? I don't even. McFarlane did.
All right, so long story short, because I can't. Basically, they're going to do Movie Maniacs of Ted Lasso. They're going to do one with I think it's Bugs Bunny as Batman.
Oh, that might be interesting, right?
And there's some other stuff. So I'm really curious how this is going to go because like it's rehashed several times. But you and I, when we go hunting, we check targets. The NECA section's always like the
sleepers.
Yeah, the NECA section's always like adult oriented for stuff that we remember. So I'm curious to see what route they go. All right, so shortly after that, dude, they did the NBA series.
I remember. They didn't do MLB. It was NBA, MLB, then NHL.
They did a lot of sports ones, but I'm only picking NBA just because it's a sport I mainly watch.
Because they did the sport ones And then the Metal Gear Solid figures came out.
Yep. So these NBA ones were around for a long time.
You got any of them?
I had one of them that I gave to Albie. It was the Manu Ginobili one that came out in 2005, and that thing is worth a lot.
He said, "Oh,
Yeah, it's a lot. I hope somebody who's gave that to me as a gift isn't watching because
you gave it a gift."
It's a gift. But these things were crazy, man.
And so if we track these down,
mm-hmm.
we're in the money. If we track these down. Okay.
Some of them, because some of these players aren't that good. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. Some of them are good, depending on who you pick up. Like a Stephon Marbury ain't going to be worth shit. No disrespect to Stephon Marbury. Like Allen Iverson would probably. The Kobe one for sure would be worth a lot. But this thing started in 2002, man. That's crazy. So they were doing...
That's crazy.
Yo, old-ass John Stockton's here. Shaq's big-ass... Yo, this is crazy. Okay. Let's look at Steel real quick. So the reason why I want to bring up their NBA series is because, like, this is a company that, like, truly did stuff that were out of scope. Like, it wasn't just comic book toys. Yeah, it wasn't just comic book toys. They were doing stuff sports related. They were doing stuff for movies, for their comic books still, and some other stuff as well. That's like wild to think about now. That's like the blueprint that everyone does. Like, look at Hasbro. Hasbro owns starting lineup, and they're redoing that again now.
Trendsetter.
Yeah, but it's like grossly overpriced. Like starting lineups are $50.
What?
Yeah, this was, I think at the time, I'm trying to remember how much they retailed for. I want to say like maybe $15 to $20.
Do you get a trading card if you buy the $50 starting? What?
You still do. Well, you got an NFT, but they don't come with them anymore because they put them on sale.
Man.
Yeah.
I got things to say about that.
Angela said, well, I also did my end of the year toy room 2002. You got to check it out. I'll check it out. Yeah, for sure. Did it a month ago. Cool.
100%.
Vivi is the chosen says Hasbro's laying out. Oh, man. That's like for starting limits. Well, I do want to say this. You don't ever like to see anyone lose their job. So I'd like to think they wouldn't lay off people, but you got to do what you got to do for the shareholders there.
You know, the shareholders need to come in there and make toys then.
Yeah. They did those 3 3/4 inch Playmakers figures that was really articulated. Yeah, I saw that, Tim, in the beginning, but I just want to highlight some of the older stuff. But the last set they did was 2K19, and I don't know if... Yeah, I think LeBron was the last figure they did. But so, yeah, some of these fun guys, some of these are worth some bread, like depending what player you get. But yeah. Well, and then another one. Let's see if you remember this. It's Clive Baker's Tortured Souls.
Clive Barker. I do remember the horror genius himself. Yeah. I do remember the game that he worked on. I don't know if they had models though, but that was, depends on what year this was. No, I didn't own any of these, but I do slightly remember them.
2001.
Holy.
Yeah, and like, yo, this thing. When I show you some of these things, it's wild. Like, look at this crap.
I wonder how much these run for.
A lot. I actually, when I was looking up images to reference, like some of them were in the hundreds, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, just because, I mean, look at the sculpting work and the detail of this stuff.
Back then, like, look at
the metal chains. Like, look at this crap.
Yeah, NECA wasn't out yet, right?
I don't think so. I have no idea what the hell's going on either. He's got like a shark for a fucking...
Yeah, these are originals. I don't think these are from any movies.
Yeah, this thing is wild, dude.
I think he just teamed up and said, hey, let's get this done.
We got some Clive Barker fans here. Hell yes, Clive Barker's Tortured Souls.
They look amazing.
Goddamn genius. Is he now? He's a genius.
Yes.
Because from
this, when it comes to horror stuff,
he is.
Yeah, he made a whole game with the supernatural secret government team for 360. What was it called? I've been instruction movie for a long time.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Don't get me. FPSs are great, but I'm looking. I want some out of the box scene, just like Highland Lights. There we go.
Look at this fucking graphic stuff, dude. This is insane.
It's grotesque, disturbing, and amazing.
Oh man, he's being hung up by that. Jesus. Hopefully, none of y'all are eating right now. But
Nope.
this is crazy. This
If
is
you
like
don't want to see this every day, don't buy the figure.
the Surgeon of the Sacred Heart.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's wild. We're
Torture
gonna look at all of
soul.
them because there's only 6 of them. But
You did. Because they're all tortured.
oh my god, dude.
Look how amazing that's done, man.
These I feel like Todd worked on, or definitely had a hand because he likes to put metal chains with figures, and there's a ton of metal chains on here. Oh my god, dude!
Now what you do is voice. You're gonna throw some trains, man.
Oh no, he's a cool guy though. I met him.
No, I know. I believe you. I believe you. I'm still gonna buy his stuff. And Todd, if you ever watch a piece of this, I love Spawn in the Demon's Hand. That game. I want to play it right now.
Play right now.
I
He'll
want to
stream it right now on his V8.
Drink. Oh yeah, if I have it, man, that's for Dreamcast. Yeah.
So these look like Staction figures, which basically had like limited articulation, but I don't think these were meant to be played with. Like they were just literally meant to be displayed like this.
Figures. Okay.
Yeah. So for a while, he had a line going of a bunch of Spawn stuff that had like Staction, basically pre-posed and already,
Mm-hmm. Just made for looking.
Yeah. VV is the chosen says, you guys should check out Sunny channel on YouTube and Instagram. The way he head swaps figures just too funny. I join his live stream pretty much every Sundays. Well, is that why you don't watch our live streams on Sundays? No, I'm just kidding, VV. VV says Sunny has live stream every Sunday at 11:30 p.m. Well, we have ours every Sunday at 8 p.m. So
do we?
Well, typically. I'm kidding. I said they were meant for diorama pieces. Okay. They're expensive diorama pieces now, though. Yeah. Shit, if you try to buy one of these, whew.
If I find any, I'll let you know.
Anything less than freaking flipper prices. Yeah. I think out of all these, there's another one I probably missed because there's oh shit.
Oh shit. Okay.
Damn, she got a receding hairline and everything.
That's okay. She's ready.
She's ready.
Ready to shock and amaze, I guess.
Only one I have is 12-inch statue one, and man, I love it. Nice. Okay. All right, there was another one before this that was like crazy. Where is it?
That one.
You know what this looks like? Now that I look at it, this looks like the Batman. Oh my god, bro! The face is up here. That is. Oh. So
you can see where he's going. Kind of give me Doctor Who vibes. You know how to watch Doctor Who.
So you know what this style looks like? It looks like Batman Who Laughs.
I can see that. I can see why you see that.
Good God, dude!
I didn't read all that, but I know exactly who that is.
Fucking face stretched out there like a bat wing. Whew.
Bird's eye view up there, I guess.
All right. Ooh, that's. Yeah, man.
All I can see is the face flapping in the wind. If you get something in your eye up there, you have to have your body come up and scratch it.
All right. So your
windshield.
Yeah. So those were some stuff. I just wanted to take time, go down memory lane, and appreciate some of the older products. At some point, we'll do this with other toy lines as well. Yeah. Now, what would I like to see? So I'm probably one of the few that collects this line, the Mirrorverse line.
I haven't played the game yet. Guilty, so.
Neither have I, actually. But I have picked up and reviewed, so check it out. Maleficent is cool. I haven't picked up Captain Hook yet, but Maleficent's nice. And 2 years now. 2 years ago, they released a couple of other ones that people liked, like fan favorites were that Buzz Lightyear and the Captain Jack Sparrow. I had Belle. Then when I was at the McFarlane event, they gave out this Mickey Mouse one, which is cool. So these are like nice interpretations of Disney characters if they were like in a fighting world. There was one. Yeah, there was one that I wanted to see. Like I want to see Hercules made and some other ones that were really cool. What did he say? He said, I'm getting clicker Last of Us vibes.
Oh, from the last one he showed.
Oh, yeah, from that.
I get that.
Yeah.
I beat both games. Haven't watched the show yet, though. I've seen the second episode. That's not true.
He said, "Who needs a flag when you have a face?"
It's
Exactly.
true. Just flapping in the wind.
Okay. I like steampunk blue. Yeah.
Steampunk.
Where is this fool at? Oh, damn. They don't have them all listed here. Okay. Well, whatever. Mirrorverse is one of their properties. They also did other stuff. They did Game of Thrones. They did Princess Bride. They did Dragons. Dune.
Shark.
Now, this, yeah, it's like a kid's toy line. But now, I know you love this movie. They did do a toy line, which I think is okay. I saw them at Targets, but they were peg warming because they released these way before the movie came out because of the pandemic and delays. So these were cool.
Wait a minute.
What?
Why would you?
Why would you release it before the movie?
Where no one's gonna care.
Right? So because remember there was like this big thing where it was like, hey, they're gonna release Dune this date, and it's like, no, we're gonna push it back. We're gonna push it back. So like they have no control. Like once these figures are out for distribution, you know what I mean?
Good point, but I hope they expected to take an L with the sales.
They kind of did because these did get clearanced out.
Yeah, they had to expect to take an L. The movie wasn't out, nobody cared, and it was a shutdown. Come on, man.
Yeah. But it was fine. I mean, it was fine, I think.
That means who wanted them could get them. That's the good news.
All right, now I'm going to go ahead. We talked about the vintage stuff. We talked about the modern stuff. And I do want to take a second to highlight a photographer who does a lot of McFarlane Toys figures. You've seen him here on the channel before. Let's see. His name is Ricardo, a.k.a. The Broken Bat. He does a fantastic job with toy photography when it comes to McFarlane Toys figures. He said the Cyberpunk. Oh, yeah, Cyberpunk's so nice. I know you picked up a few, Jeff. One of my favorite things... One of my favorite things about Ricardo's photos, like he's doing this in all black backgrounds, and that shit's not easy to do, y'all. Like when you photograph just strictly in a black background, depending on what figure it is, it's hard to really highlight and showcase it. I think he does a fantastic job with that, especially his edits too that he does. He's even dabbled into Marvel Legends, so he's picked up some Marvel figures, like he's done this one with Cap and Red Skull, which look really nice. And then he's done. He's a He-Man. He looks He-Man. But yeah, I just want to showcase some of his photos. If you aren't following him yet, I highly recommend following the Broken Bat. And what did Vivi say? Vivi is the Chosen Wasp really needs a brand new body mold because that 2018 version did do very well. There are a ton of Wasp figures peg warming all over the shelves. Then, all right, so
peg warming. I love that term.
Vivi, you'll hang on. There's going to be a week when we do showcase Hasbro Marvel Legends. You'll like that one. But we're talking about McFarlane Toys. And Jeff said picked up my Takamura simply for the gun for the McFarlane Arkham Deathstroke, which is a good figure as well. Yeah. So basically, that was pretty much what I wanted to showcase today. Just talk about the figure, appreciate the history of the line and what's to come. Do you have any closing thoughts before we peace out here, fun guy, on the McFarlane Toys line?
It made me rethink or nostalgia about my Metal Gear figure I bought. Gray Fox. I love the helicopter thing.
You still got it?
Kept it in the package for a long time. No, and if I do, I don't know where it is. So I kept it in the package for a long time before I took it out. And for a while.
Was it as cool as this McFarlane figure?
No. That's McFarlane from Spawn, right?
Yeah. Well, it was Todd the Artist figure. It was like part of a set, but like I think it was trivia that he had like the Spawn logo or the McFarlane Toys logo on the hat. So the one thing I noticed about this, I did like back in like early YouTube days when I was reviewing, I did like a 3-minute review on this. If you notice, he has the same color palette as Spawn, which I thought was pretty cool. Black and red. I'm also working on like a quick review on this, but he was able to do Commando Spawn, if you all remember who that is. So the only issue with this, though, is it doesn't have any guns, so it has like this ectoplasm accessory.
I guess because guns were illegal to put on them or something.
No, I mean, it shouldn't be for this because Mortal Kombat figures don't have that gun ban. It's on the DC figures. But, yeah. Oh,
so I'm still laughing at that. I want whoever put that gun ban to call me.
Well, here's the thing. Now that DC's under new ownership, let's get rid of that stuff.
Yeah. Like
Shout out
Deathstroke with Deadshot with no guns. Deathstroke with no guns.
or
With a sword.
Red Hood with the gun hands like this. Yeah,
They did that?
it's the Gotham Knights Red Hood figure.
Yes.
Shout
Whoever did that, please text me so I can laugh in your face.
out.
Whoever
No,
thought of that, that's hilarious.
It's yeah. Well, somebody that used to work there, his name was Ty, but he's an awesome photographer. I think he did the baby pose with Red Hood like this. That shit was funny.
That's cool, but it wasn't his fault that Red Hood had to go pew 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 pew.
Yeah. Shout out to a toy kind of mood. What's up, man? He said, "My guy Pack, what did do? What's up, bro?" I said those Spawn figures are sick, but 7th scale, no room in my house, and yeah, McFarlane's cool with guns though, as long as they ain't DC. But yeah, see that's the thing. I want to highlight that the 7-inch scale. I totally get it. Like, so if you're comparing it to like a 6-inch figure, sorry, selfie series right here. I totally understand why you wouldn't want it if like different scaling. Same goes for the DC figures. That's valid. The only thing I don't like when people say are like they don't collect it because they suck. It's like no, they don't suck. It's just that's not your scale. But I totally understand, man. Like it takes up a lot of room on the shelves, bro. He says, "I wonder if James Gunn will allow guns." I'm hoping, man. Let's hope he brings back the guns.
Look at Peacemaker, the TV show. Look at Harley Quinn. There were guns.
You know what they gave Peacemaker as a weapon accessory?
A knife.
A sword. Fuck did he use a sword?
DC he has a knife in the movie. Yeah, DC under the gun. I don't know what DC was thinking. Let's allow these movies. Like let's allow Deadshot in Suicide Squad. We have a gun ban on our toys.
I do want to say, yeah, it doesn't make sense, man.
It doesn't make any sense. So the kid goes, "Hey, Deadshot's shooting. I guess he's called Knife Shot now, or Nice One, or Cutter." Like, what are you doing?
Dead Cutter.
Dead Cutter, because he doesn't use.
It's crazy. It goes as far as even like the Funko Pops don't have guns, dude. So
do they think that if they hide the guns, we'll forget about it and the mom will buy it, or what? I don't know.
That was under the old regime, so here's hoping it changes. But I do want to say real quick, shout out to Toy Kind of Mood. Check out their channel if you're a huge fan, especially of G.I. Joe, Hasbro, Marvel Legends. And I'm forgetting one, Travis. Remind me which one, but they do awesome live streams. He also does Friday night live streams, like in like a style of like sitcom, like late night shows. It's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My Red Hood has guns. Okay, so there were figures. The first year and a half, Fun Guy, some DC figures were released with had guns. That's why they go for Mad Bread, Grim Knight, the Red Hood, some other ones. If you got the gun pack or the She Spawn, yep, I'm already heady. We actually did a live stream with Watch Face Studio, and I opened She Spawn. She was on clearance, and I got it specifically for the guns. The James guns. Said, yeah, even the Guardians have tons of guns. Yeah.
What?
I wish that's like something James Gunn changes as soon as he gets in there.
No.
Yeah, I got you, bro. He said Thomas Wayne had guns, Red Hood had guns, and Grim Knight. Yeah, those figures are all now going for over $50 or more, especially Grim Knight. I sold mine a few months ago because I thought I was out of that. But yeah, thanks guys for joining us. You said you take a look at your Metal Gear Solid figure.
Yeah, Gray. I don't have it here, but Gray Fox is the one I bought, and I really started appreciating. That got me to buy the Dragon line as well. But that Gray Fox figure is really well because the game was all about it. I beat it. Yo, look at Todd! He did it. Todd and the team.
If you can find that figure, you got to bust it out on the live stream one day.
Yeah, if I track it down again, even if it's used, I'll get it.
Yeah, he said still hung up on getting that She Spawn. You got it or you didn't get it? Still hung up on getting it.
I want to find Dark Red Spawn though.
He said What's up, Nightmare Nemo? He said She Spawn is a pretty good figure. Definitely comes with a crap ton of accessories. Yo, I was able to pick this up for sure. I got this for $8 at Target. It was on clearance.
Ooh. Right.
And if you want to backtrack on some of the past live stream we've done, a Fun Guy has picked up all 3 versions of the modern day Mandarin Spawn. Highly recommend checking out those live streams.
I did.
Gives his full input on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he said he hadn't picked up. Oh, damn. I think the window kind of closed, dude. I think they're all kind of out of retail now. You might have to get it like other sites.
No.
I want to find Salmon Twitch. Yeah, so they did make a Salmon Twitch figure, a 2-pack. He said, "Well, she spawned. We'll get she spawned." Yeah, it's definitely. Thank you, Manny, for joining us. It is a nice figure. It's hard to stand up though on the heels because it's kind of like loose, like it's like flimsy at some points.
Deal, man.
Yeah, it is a sweet deal. All right. Again, I want to thank y'all for joining us on the inaugural Monday Night Toys. You can see the font was even in parody of the Monday Night Raw logo from back in the day, kind of a throwback. So, like I said, this is the thing I like to do bi-weekly. So next toy line we're going to focus on either Super 7 or Marvel Legends. Probably we'll figure it out, but we'll do another one. And I'll also rep the brand. So like again today, rocking the Spawn shirt. I gotta throw it up there, dude. Shameless branding because I paid a decent amount for this on the aftermarket.
No shame, man.
No shame. Thank you guys again for joining us. And if you're catching the replay, thanks for catching the replay. Until next time, y'all. Peace.